Hello everyone, welcome to Random Scratch here. In this video I will be showing you how to improve your character designs in Scratch. Now we have the 4 core principles I have. It's really common sense, practice, time, effort, care, all that stuff. And you can see that in my assets. I put a lot of time and care into them, and it takes a lot, but it's all worth it. Now, I will mention some things. First of all, I don't really recommend bitmap for this kind of character design because bitmap is not very flexible. You can't really use vector points, and it's just a lot more difficult overall. So I just suggest that you use vector. Speaking of the vector points, I do suggest you learn how they manipulate the shape and how to use them. Promise this will be very useful for you. Next, we have to have a basic idea of what we want. Do you want a blue goat, a yellow bunny, a red beaver or something? And also, you may want reference images. Without further ado, let's get to the time lapse of me creating a new character. I will be talking during this time lapse to give basic advice like don't oversaturate your colors, but don't desaturate them too much. Use basic shapes at the beginning and learn how the vector points work, because I feel like it's better to have the basic head shape in one very large shape instead of having, for example, a square as the bottom part and a circle as the top part and some other square is the thing trying to connect the two. I also suggest that you basically just get an idea of what you want. I went with a pig because I didn't want to have to think for too long, and you can see here I am looking up reference images. It's not cheating as long as you don't trace over it. If you do trace it, then I do consider that cheating. You also see here I'm making the ears, and I should be making the jaw eventually. Yep, right here. And I also suggest that if you're not using outlines, which is mostly a matter of personal preference, you will want to use gradients most likely in order to differentiate some colors. And you might just have to use slightly darker colors or slightly lighter colors, and depending on whether maybe it's a body or a leg or a foot. You also see here that I'm adding eyelids, which from my experience tends to make it look a little bit better, and eye rings. It's just, again, matter of personal preference. Just learn your style and try and work with it. Because some don't really like my style. Some like adding outlines, some like adding whatever. Maybe this is too much in the FNAF 1 style. Maybe they like it in the FNAF 2 style more. And yeah, just work with what you have. As for environment advice, I do suggest adding lighting in some sort of way. So basically what I would often do is, first if I want to get a light bulb, I get a shape, make a circle, and then turn that all the way up in brightness. I usually wouldn't do that, but it's a light bulb. Then I might add a square to the top of the light bulb to make it look more like a light bulb, or make a different shape using the vector points, but I digress. So, and then I would next get a circle, another circle, and have a gradient. On the inside it would be pure white, and on the outside it would fade to nothing. There is a button that is nothing on the color editor. There should be a red slash in just a box, and if you press that, it'll fade to nothingness, which makes the light bulb look like it has some light. And I would also make another one similarly. I would make it so that the top it's white, at the bottom it fades to nothingness again, and just have a small shape where the light bulb kind of fades into nothingness, and then outside of that I would then have a big rectangle in which again inside is nothingness and outside is pure darkness. And then I would kind of shape that around, use a couple of those, and shape it so that it would make sense with the light bulb. Also, regarding specific things in the environments, just put as much effort into them as you can, look up reference images, and if it's something like a trash can per se, make it sense within the area. So let's say it's in a party room and there's hats and plates nearby, and maybe some tissues. Then just try and crumple those up, make a crushed version of those, and then put those in a trash can. And yes, I legitimately did spend way too long on a trash can, don't believe me for it. And if it's like an arcade machine and you don't exactly remember what an arcade machine looks like 100%, then you can look up reference images, as I already said, and basically get an idea of what it looks like. And yeah, just don't trace it, try to replicate a similar feel. Last tip is, for your games, just don't use cutout PNGs, it's bad. Hi, welcome. So I'm back. Essentially this is the finished animatronic. I have violated the care, effort, and time thing because I had to finish this in like 30 minutes. So yeah, my hand hurts now, but also this doesn't look great compared to some of my other animatronics. But this is a basic sort of design, which you can use in a game. Now, if it doesn't look good on your first try, don't worry. Just try again, try again, try again, and remember to improve on it. Take feedback. I promise that will be really good. Anyways, if you feel like subscribing, subscribe. If you don't, don't. Bye.